Memes. We all love them, so it's no surprise we see them everywhere, especially in our favorite video games. In my case, the Soulsborne games. These games have some of the most grim dark settings in video game history, with dark themes about how the world is an endless cycle or things that are beyond our control. So I find it absolutely fucking hilarious when the community finds fun and jokes in doing or pointing out random shit in the games, or the rest of the community despite such dark themes. Whether it's talking about Guinevere's big ass titties, getting debated about Bloodborne 2 leaks for the trillionth time, I still have hope by the way, making shitpost memes about the most random bosses, or trolling the player by telling them that there's an illusionary wall while in actuality it's just a regular wall. If you do that shit, go fuck yourself. Anyway, speaking about the meme bosses, today I'll be ranking them. So instead of ranking them based on how hard, complex, and engaging fighting them are, I'll be focusing on who is just the better, funnier meme. At least the ones that I find the funniest. So yeah, enough yip yap and let's get started. First up we have Godric. Not that Godric is a bad meme or anything, but the only super funny part about him is the fact that he chops off his arm and fucking screams into his second face, and the transition is just so fucking hilarious. But other than that, he's just a regular boss within the community, so technically this was more of a honorable mention rather than a full-on meme. So I'm gonna give him a 6 out of 10. Next we have Seaman of Dong. Seaman of Dong. YouTube, I said Simon of Dong, alright? Not the other word. A shitpost meme done right. I mean, the joke is basically about this boss demon of Song basically being sped up to the point where his moveset looks horrifying. Not super funny, but I found it funny enough the first time because I was just caught off guard, I guess. 7 out of 10. Roberto! No, finally the actual meme bosses. This guy doesn't even have an actual name, yet the community collectively decides to call him Roberto or Robert, but Roberto is a bit funnier. All because that's why he shouts after falling to his death. Robert is literally his son. Y'all are evil. But overall, this meme didn't have me on like the floor dying of laughter or anything, but it did put a smile on my face. And the fact that this boss became a fan favorite too showed how much this meme impacted the Sekiro community, at least for a short while. 8 out of 10. Speaking of Sekiro, a honorable mention is well, he basically fucking said it for me. This boss was more of a meme in the first week of the game of Sekiro within the community, basically because of how he just storms in and just shouted out his fucking name. Anyways, I found this funny, so I'm gonna include it as a honorable mention, even if it wasn't like that big of a meme within the community. Now back to the regular list. Mikolash. FromSoft was definitely trolling around when making this guy. I mean, he literally runs around doing mating calls and shit, so it's no surprise that the community kinda thinks of him as a meme, whether it's based on his weird ass looking face or his favorite words, cause, or some say cause him. I don't know, while I do find most of the memes around him funny, they still can't get rid of the amount of PTSD I have from this fight. 7.5 out of 10. Miss Noble, Destroyer of Worlds. This boss being a meme puts a smile on my face. I really like the whole easiest boss in the game automatically gets turned into a meme thing in every Souls game. Even fighting him was funny as hell because bro didn't even fight back or anything. Even the regular enemy versions of him are like way scarier to deal with. And don't forget the community love for this guy. So yeah, as a meme he gets an 8.5 out of 10. Patches. Specifically his boss fight from Elden Ring, it really isn't much of a meme but rather a troll. But Patches himself overall is a great meme within the community. We all know Patches, you know, this bald-headed fucking trolling guy. So I'm not gonna go too in depth about him. 9.5 out of 10. Pinwheel. This guy's basically the original. He's so easy, it's hard meme. And since he's basically the founding father of that within the community, I'm gonna give him a 9 out of 10. And finally we have Soldier of Godric. Or some would say Soldier of God Rick. This guy basically falls in the same category as Miss Noble in Pinwheel, but the memes around him are way better. Even though fighting him at first wasn't really funny because he's technically a tutorial boss and not a regular one, but the fact that the community purposely hypes him up a lot makes him great, and he's gonna get a 10 out of 10 for that. Now it's time to rank the top 3 bosses in this list. And coming in at number 3 we have Pinwheel. I mean, bro is just a funny ass fight because of how easy it is, and again, since he's probably the first easy joke fight in Dark Souls, he deserves a high ranking. At number 2 we have Patches. Not really a boss fight, but since he technically has one, he still gets the spot. And at number 1 we have Soldier of Godric. Again, he falls under the same category as Miss Noble and Pinwheel, but in my opinion this guy was way funnier when it comes down to like the memes within the community, thus making him the best meme boss within the Soulsborne community. At least that's what I think.